Greetings, greetings, my friends. How are you today? We are alive despite the circumstances of life. God be praised.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness. I'm tired. But I'm giving God thanks. So I said, let me just do this short video. I'll find a little space, a little corner. Oh my goodness. In everything, we are encouraged to give God thanks. We are encouraged to give thanks. Because guess what? I was on my way to a meeting. That's why, the word will always come to try us. And today the word comes to try me. That I need to adhere to the Spirit's voice. Sometimes the Spirit is speaking and we don't listen. I didn't listen. I meant to go to this meeting this evening. And from morning, I just didn't feel that I should go. I questioned myself all the reason why I should go. And I fought back with the feelings to say, I'm going to go, I'm going to push, and I'm going to go. And I still didn't feel like going for whatever reason. Sometimes we don't always understand the why. And it's just listening to that inner voice, the inner feelings. And most of the times, if we listen to our inner feelings, we will be on the right track. We will be on the right path. We'll make the right decisions. Sometimes people speak of the inner feelings, intuition. I hope I said that right. Whatever it is, it all comes down to the inner feelings. Yes. And anyway, the way how I felt, I always try to push to be early, but my energy level wasn't giving me the oomph that I actually needed. And so I was here taking my time to push through. In the end, I left out, leave my home. And I know there are roadworks going on, but it wasn't that bad. It's like where you have those temporary lights, and then you have to spend a little bit of time to go through. Anyway, I reached the bus stop and I realized it was actually more busy than it should have been. So I stood there for over 20 minutes, going half an hour, and I didn't see any bus coming up or down. Up or down. I didn't see any bus. I'm laughing because I can laugh now. I'm laughing at myself, and I'm laughing that sometimes we don't listen. I don't listen to the inner voice, that inner feelings, that thought that is telling me, don't go. Anyway, I was at the bus stop and so forth, and people were still waiting, including myself. The traffic was getting horrendous. The traffic on both sides were looking horrendous. And in the cold, it's not a pretty feeling, right? You could wrap up warm as much as you can. When you're out in that cold, it's not a pretty feeling, right? So there I was, waiting on the bus to go to my destination. No bus. So what God did? God sent a nice little elderly man. I don't know how far he was coming from, but that man came. I don't know if anybody was listening to him, but for some reason, he came where I was standing. And he was saying, oh, I could hardly hear him as well. I had to listen and say, what did you say? He said, there's no bus going, and that was far. This man was coming from far. I can't remember the place, but where he was, that was like maybe about 6 stops. The place was blocked off. There was no bus entering in or going out. There was no bus coming in or coming out or going out. And I stood there. Should I still go? Should I not go? I look ahead. Where we're standing, there is a road immediately adjacent to this particular bus stop. And I know there's a 77 bus that passed there. Yes, so some people heard what he said. And so some people start moving. So I decided to say, okay, let me go on the other side and see if I can get that bus. Can't see no bus coming either. Oh my God. I didn't see any bus coming either. When you get these flash warnings, it's just like in any other circumstances. If there's a hurricane, whichever part of the world you are in, they expect floodings and they give out that warning. And some people decide, well, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay. Yeah? And before you know it, they end up in problems, difficulties. And so it is with our lives. We get the warning signs. It's just like if you're going to do a business and you get the warning signs. You get the red flags, but we still go ahead. And we end up in problems. So we have to make sure that we listen to the voice of God. Yeah, listen to the spirit voice. That inner feelings always talk to us, because God gives us, each and every one of us as human being, that intuition. Can't pronounce it properly. Yeah, He gives us that. Some people say sixth sense, Yeah, you can know, like, say, oh, this is not going well. This is not going right. And you could be driving along the road and you say something said to you, say, don't go straight, turn right or turn left. And then you realize, oh, if I'd gone that way, I would end up into a roadblock. I would end up maybe in an accident, God forbid. All these things. So we just have to be mindful. We just have to take things into consideration. And sometimes we want things to be done now, because I, for one, I have to be like saying, you know what? God, I can't do this of myself. So forgive me. Forgive me of rushing or hasting to do something else. I'm just asking you to just help me to relax myself and wait upon you. Because it's the waiting is the hardest part. But today, I would just encourage you and myself that whatever we do, let us not go because we want to go. Let us do it because it feels that it is the right thing. You feel satisfied. You must have that inner feeling that make you feel satisfied. You must have peace with whatever you're doing. With this, my friend, keep on keeping on. Keep on doing your best to think, consider before you act. Delay is not always danger. Delay sometimes can lead you from danger. Be blessed. Remember, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Be blessed.